Hey friends, it's Laura. Welcome to my Patreon channel. I am so glad that you are here and I am so thankful for your support. Today we're going to get started with my first video for September 2019, and this month's theme for my monthly scrapbooking challenge for my Patreon members is interactive layouts. And I'm really excited because I recently created this gorgeous page in my Week in the Life 2019 mini album, and I loved how it turned out so much. The whole page is just meant to be interactive. So as you can see, I started out with a sheet of white cardstock that had been cut down and had a diagonally cut light pink and white striped paper that was glued to the edges of it on 3 sides. And then I used my sewing machine, I ran that through, stitched it up around the edges to create a pocket. And once I am done sewing it, I bring it over to my desk and you can see what that will look like in the album there. And I've got the previous pages of the album right next to it so I can make sure everything that I'm creating looks good with the page already in the album that it's going to be facing. So now I go through my paper stash and I grab a few different papers that I think will work really well. And you had the opportunity there to see me flip through some of my previous pages. I like to make sure whenever I'm doing a mini album like this that whatever I'm creating has a good flow with the page before it. So there can be different colors and different themes throughout a mini album, but I want to make sure that whatever I do, when I flip page to page, it looks somewhat cohesive and one page flows into the next one kind of effortlessly. So I really like that look, and the colors and patterns that were on some of the previous pages helped me decide which paper scraps from my stash to choose to use on this new page that I'm creating. So you can see I flipped through and grabbed some different patterned papers there, and I'm cutting them down to be giant tags, and I love how it looks. I love these giant tags. They are like the size of my palm, and they are going to be perfect for this Week in the Life insert. Right now I am working on Monday, which is the first day of the week that I was doing Week in the Life this year. And this is probably like my 5th page in the album, even though it is only the first day of the album. You know, I had so many pictures for Monday, and a lot of them were kind of similar. So what I wanted to do was be able to tell a couple of different stories and share a lot of different photographs on this spread right here. And I thought by adding this pocket and some different tags, I could achieve that in a really reasonable amount of space. And I end up loving how it turns out. I think it's so gorgeous. As you can see, the page is coming right along. I added a couple of gold Heidi Swapp phrase stickers there from my stash. And then I've got my little tags cut out. I use my hole punch to hole punch them. And now I am going to grab the sewing machine again and use some white thread and stitch around the edges of all of my tags. Now, in a lot of my traditional scrapbooking layouts, I like to do hand stitching, but I really love the look that machine stitching gives your projects. I just usually never do it because it can take so much time to get it set up, and then if you have to troubleshoot or things go wrong, honestly, it's a learning curve for me. I'm not great with sewing, so I decided that this would be my project of the year where I really work on this skill and this technique and try to bring that fun element of the machine stitching onto my pages. And the whole point of this Week in the Life for me is to really explore some questions I've been asking myself in the universe. And I also wanted to try some new techniques. Machine stitching was one of them. I wanted to use lots of modeling paste and do lots of dimensional textured fun elements that might be too much work for me to regularly do on a scrapbooking layout. So that's kind of the direction that I was led in, and I really use so many of those techniques for my album here. So I'm going to show you a close-up of these tags. You can see that I did machine stitching around all of them. I added white modeling paste with a floral stencil to one of my pages, which had this really fun text on it from an old piece of book paper. And then I've got my photos there in a pile, and I'm going to see how many I can fit on these tags. I think I only end up including like 3 photos, and that's okay. You know, I also include some journaling, and I just love the effect that it gives. So here I'm going to start decorating my tags. You can see I already added different pattern papers to the backs of some of my tags. I am also going to be cutting down some of my photographs, backing them with different pattern papers, and embellishing my tags. I grab some photo corners and I use up some of my gorgeous Heidi Swapp photo corners that came in a previous Wild Hair kit this summer. And I'm going to use 4 of those on one of my tags to frame out one of my photographs there. And I love how it looks. The photograph has me wearing a light pink shirt, and it's going on that gorgeous book paper with the white modeling paste on it. And I think the pink little corners there, the photo corners on that tag, just really bring all the elements together. It ties in the pink that is in the pocket that the tag will slide into. It ties in the pink that's on the opposite page. And yeah, you can see here a flip through of my tags as I'm working on them. I love how they turned out. I think they're so cute. I think my favorite one is this black and white polka dot one with the butterfly and my name on it. I really love how that one turned out. It is my absolute favorite. And I think a close second is that one with the book page patterned paper on it. I love how that looks so much, and I love that I was able to use up lots of stuff from my stash for this. So all of the pattern papers were different scraps that I had in my scrap box of pattern paper, different papers that were various sizes left over from other projects, and I used lots of little embellishments here. I used lots of the fun techniques that create texture and dimension. I've got some alphabet thickers, I've got some stickers, I've got die cuts and photographs and journaling. So many different elements onto this one page, and all those tags slide into that pocket that I machine stitched, and I think it looks so perfect. And once I get all that done, I decide that the other side of the mini album here that's going to be facing this page wasn't quite finished. So you can see that I end up adding a white phrase sticker over there with the phrase "Start Fresh," and that was a sticker from one of the sticker packs in my stash that I have been trying to use up, and I love how it turned out. I think it was perfect for this day and this particular journaling spot. I was talking about getting rid of things, my journey with minimalism, and especially in my craft room, and what things I have been letting go of in order to step into the life that I want to have and to create the spaces in my home that I want to have. And so I have lots of pictures here of me getting rid of different boxes of stuff. I sold some stuff, I mailed some stuff out to other people, and the photographs on both of these pages really tell that story, and I love how it turned out. And I love how interactive this is. Like, you know when you see that page with the pocket that you just want to grab all those tags out and flip them over and look at everything, because it is very clear that there are stories and photographs and pretty things waiting for you inside of that pocket if you pull the tags out. So I hope you have enjoyed this video tutorial showing you one way that I have added an interactive element to one of my pages this month, and I want to take a moment to tell you I am so thankful for you being here, being a patron of mine. It means the world to me, and I'm so grateful for your support. I hope this video has inspired you to try some new techniques, create some interactive pages, and get scrappy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!